Salute to Angel Reese. Angel Reese, with all those deals, at least we're not blowing our money.
Were you tall?
No, well, I didn't get my growth spurt until I was tall in 5th and 6th grade, but like high school is kind of when I got it.
Yeah, I never thought about basketball or sports. In fact, people would always ask my mom, like, she's so tall, did she play basketball? And I'm like, no, why would you ever assume that I play basketball?
Yeah.
Angel Reese has been making headlines, but not for the right reasons. After her recent Super Bowl stunt, fans have been quick to call her out, not just for her off-the-court actions, but for the struggles she faces on the court as well. From missed layups to questionable efficiency, Reese's game is under serious scrutiny. Let's break down the reactions and see why this situation is spiraling out of control. A viral tweet perfectly captured the irony of Angel Reese's criticism of others. A fan pointed out how she called another player selfish for not passing the ball, while she herself had missed 27 out of 30 shots. This stat alone speaks volumes about her inefficiency, yet she still had the audacity to call someone else out. The reality is, basketball isn't just about effort. It's about making the right plays and executing efficiently. When a player struggles with their own shot selection but criticizes teammates, it creates friction and damages credibility.
Were you always into like being a girly girl? And when it came to basketball, was basketball your first thing?
Actually it was in terms of sports, organized sports, you know, where it's like we talking about ramen and pork and beans situation,
Right.
you know what I mean? Or lights on, lights off, whatever. Were you tall?
No, well, I didn't get my growth spurt until I was tall in 5th and 6th grade, but like high school is kind of when I got it.
Fans on social media have been relentless, calling her out for lacking self-awareness. Instead of pointing fingers, Reese needs to address the glaring issues in her own game before criticizing others. WNBA legend Lisa Leslie weighed in on Angel Reese's game, offering what should be a wake-up call. Leslie's biggest advice: fix your layups. That's right, one of the simplest shots in basketball is one of Reese's biggest struggles. Layups are fundamental, especially for a player in her position. Missing a few is understandable, but consistently struggling with finishing at the rim is a red flag. Leslie's comment wasn't just criticism, it was a challenge for Reese to refine her skills if she wants to elevate her game. If someone of Leslie's stature is pointing this out, it means Reese's struggles aren't just minor, they're a major factor in her performance and public perception. Sports analyst Ben Daniel took it a step further by highlighting how even Angel Reese's mom recognizes her inefficiency. When a player's family members see the flaws in their game, it's clear the issue is unavoidable. Daniel pointed out that Reese's struggles with finishing around the basket are widely known, and the numbers back it up. Missing high-percentage shots isn't just a bad habit, it's a sign of deeper inefficiencies. Some players rely on their athleticism, but at the pro level, fundamentals are what separate good players from great ones. If Reese wants to be taken seriously, she needs to address these inefficiencies head-on.
From this point on, when you wake up and you go to work, it's because you want to go to work.
What's your birthday today?
Yes, it's
And for your birthday today,
Oh, wow.
this is your cake. You said that if your mortgage was paid off.
Salute to Angel Reese. Angel Reese, with all those deals, at least we're not blowing our money.
Ben Daniel also acknowledged that Reese does have a high motor. She hustles, fights for loose balls, and works hard on the boards. That's commendable. But hustle alone doesn't win games. If a player is constantly missing shots and making poor decisions offensively, their energy can only carry them so far. Defensive rebounds, second chance opportunities, and effort are great attributes, but they don't erase the glaring issue of missed layups and poor efficiency. Fans and analysts aren't just looking for effort, they want execution. If Reese continues to struggle with finishing at the rim, it won't matter how hard she works. The results simply won't be there.
And Angel Reese on this Unapologetically Angel podcast had her mom on and essentially did just that.
And if you want to still work and keep if you want to keep yourself busy, you can keep yourself busy, but
the days of you having to go to work, those days are behind you. were being smart. Shout out to Janine. It's a Jersey thing. Shout out to Janine. Janine and Jamal making sure that we're at least handling some things.
Angel Reese's Super Bowl stunt has only added fuel to the fire. Fans on Twitter have been roasting her, saying she doesn't belong in the same conversation as legends like Jaden Daniels. The backlash isn't just about her performance at the event. It's about her overall reputation. To be considered among the best, a player has to dominate on the court. Reese's inefficiencies and questionable decisions are causing people to doubt her place among basketball's rising stars. The Super Bowl stunt may have been meant as a lighthearted moment, but it backfired completely, exposing her to even more criticism. One of the harshest critiques came from a fan who pointed out that Reese looks like she's putting in the work, but in reality, she isn't. This is a serious accusation because perception matters in sports.
And it's so many women that it really doesn't matter what some girl would have to say. Yeah, I never thought about basketball or sports. In fact, people would always ask my mom, like, she's so tall, does she play basketball? And I'm like, no, why would you ever assume that I play basketball? Like, I got tall.
Ninth grade when I got tall.
Like, I was 6'4" in the ninth grade.
Really?
Yeah, so I've been tall like all of my life.
If a player gives the impression that they're grinding but doesn't deliver results, fans and analysts will eventually call it out. Looking busy on the court isn't the same as being effective. Reese's energy and presence might make it seem like she's dominating, but when you break down her efficiency, it tells a different story. The basketball world sees the truth, and unless she improves her game, the criticism will only get louder. At the heart of all this backlash is one undeniable truth. Angel Reese struggles with layups. The criticisms aren't just about her attitude or social media presence.
Compton is Compton. But I feel like Compton taught me how to, I can be in situations where I couldn't understand the association of sports and being tall. Yeah. But when you're young, you don't understand. I was like 6 foot in the 6th grade.
Yeah.
They're about her game itself. Layups are supposed to be the easiest shots in basketball, yet Reese continues to miss them at an alarming rate. Fans, analysts, and even former WNBA legends are all pointing out the same issue. If Reese truly wants to silence the critics and prove she belongs among basketball's elite, she must improve this aspect of her game. Otherwise, the noise will only get louder, and moments like her Super Bowl stunt will continue to backfire. What do you think? Does Angel Reese deserve all this criticism, or are people being too harsh? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you want more breakdowns, hot takes, and the latest in basketball, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to NBA Showdown. We bring you the realest takes on the biggest moments in the game. Stay tuned for more.